Howdy folks, and welcome to Hawkmeyer Outdoors.
And on this episode, we're going into part 2 of the Indiana deer season rule changes for 25 to 26 deer season. So,
y'all stay tuned.
Alright guys, I just picked up the new hunting guide. We went over some of our favorite topics on the rule changes, but I'm going to read a few of the ones that maybe don't apply to us necessarily, but they might apply to you guys at home. Be sure to pick up your own Indiana hunting guide and read it and understand it for where you're going to be hunting at.
Yes.
We're just two dudes on YouTube, putting videos up. This is your starting point. It's up to you to do the next bit of research.
Yeah.
So I'm going to read a couple of these rule changes, word for word, and you can do your own research on it. First one, the state bag limit is now 6 antlerless and 1 antler deer. Okay, that's meant to clarify some of these rules. Next bullet point, a newly created county antlerless bag limit, see page 31, replaces the season antlerless bag limits and county bonus antlerless quotas. Because of this change, the new multi-season antlerless license has replaced the bonus antlerless license. Guys, that doesn't apply to what me and him usually hunt, so if that applies to you, pick up your own one and do your own research, because that's a lot of words that I don't necessarily, I can't comment on the rest of that. A couple more rule changes this year. There's restrictions on harvesting deer with firearms on certain state properties. The state property that we hunt, this doesn't really apply to that. Again, check whatever state property, federal property, maybe a military base, whatever, wherever you're hunting at, it's up to you to understand what kind of equipment you can use, when and where you can hunt. That's up to you. Another rule change that does kind of clarify things, the bundle, the deer bundle that's been available for a few years now, clearly states only 1 antler deer and 2 antlerless deer can be taken with the bundle license. In the past, there was a little bit of ambiguity. At one point in time, you could take 3 antlerless deer and no antler deer. That is all gone. Now you can take 1 antler deer and 2 antlerless deer with the bundle. Talking about license, there used to be a crossbow license. For this rule change, the use of crossbow equipment is now allowed using archery license. So there's no more crossbow license like there used to be. It's lumped in with all the rest of the archery license now.
A couple more bullet points to go over. Portable tree stands and ground blinds can now be placed on DNR properties in deer reduction zones between noon September 1st and February 8th.
Again, where we're hunting at is not a reduction zone. If you do hunt a reduction zone, that applies to you, but for us, it doesn't really apply.
Another interesting one, drones or devices with infrared sensors can be used to locate harvested deer, but not to hunt the deer. So you get a down deer and you can't find it or something like that, I'm assuming you can use a drone. There's companies out there that do that, or yourself.
Yeah, that's a good rule change.
Cool change right there.
You can't go hunt the deer using the drone. You can't fly out in the field and see if there's deer out there. But if you shoot a deer and you're confident that that deer is down, you can send your drone up to maybe spot that deer. That's a good rule change.
Yep. And the last topic here we went over on our first Indiana changes and stuff like that. Go check that one out. But it is the hunters can use the center fire cartridge from .219 up to larger bores and stuff like that on public and private land. But we have a whole video on that. Go check that one out. But
that's the rule change that we're most excited about.
Yeah.
It opens up center fire rifles on public land all the way down to your 5.56 You know, again, like he said, go check our previous video. We went into a little more detail on that, but
Yep.
that's another rule change. And really, that's the main
ones. Yeah.
That's what they put in here. They're the bullet points for the 25-26 deer season. Yeah, there's the cover of it. Show 'em.
Go pick this up.
Yeah, that should be at Walmart, your gun shops. I actually picked this one up from the O'Bannon State Park. So they got them everywhere. You need to look up the rules. Whatever you're hunting, really wherever you're hunting, you need to know what's allowed and what isn't allowed and stay within those rules. Well, there you have it, folks. The complete rundown of the rule changes for Indiana's 2025 through 2026 deer season. I highly suggest go pick yourself up a hunting guide, read it, understand it. You know, we're just two guys on YouTube putting out videos. This is your baseline. This is where you start. It's up to you to do the rest of the research.
Definitely, I think less regs are better. I know some people. And leave a comment. Tell us what you think. But what you got?
Yeah, let us know, guys. A lot of people weren't in favor of using those centerfire rifles on public land. If you agree or disagree, sound off in the comment below.
Like, comment, subscribe if you can. Check the description, stuff like that. And y'all have a good one.